is in the white with gold trim. Jan Blachowicz is in the black and gold.
Israel was much more measured today. So the walk to the octagon, the music, even during the introduction, all business right now.
Both men seemed eerily calm.
Yeah, it's weird. It's got my heart beating even faster.
Błachowicz, the last 2 times we have sat down with him, he is just dripping with confidence. Understands the dangers and challenges in front of him tonight as Błachowicz lands to that lead leg of Adesanya.
For him, it's all just about closing the distance and landing a bomb. And for Stylebender, it's all about technique and setup and just establishing dominance.
Izzy's a great counter striker, so you got to be very careful when you enter into range, right? You cannot throw caution to the wind because you'll run into something.
See if Błachowicz tries to wrestle at all tonight.
The only person we saw wade into danger and live to talk about it was Kelvin Gastelum. Nobody else has been able to do it effectively.
Adesanya able to avoid that early left from Błachowicz.
Adesanya has a ton of respect for Błachowicz's awkward style of striking. That's part of the reason he was up to this challenge. I asked him, did you go up because Jan's the champion? He goes, no, I would have did it anyway. You know, and Jan is still out here fighting for respect whenever he's just flatlined just about everybody he fights lately.
Adesanya putting a 20-0 mixed martial arts record on the line tonight after 75 pro kickboxing wins.
And the small octagon, as you said, Joe, plays to Błachowicz's favor, being that he doesn't have to chase and give Adesanya as much space to operate in. But we saw that Izzy has the ability to stand and trade if he needs to. He's very tough, on top of so many other things.
And the problem is, once he stings you a few times, and you feel those feints, and you realize you can't hit him clean, you start getting a little bit hesitant.
Yep.
And you see that in fighters, and you saw that clearly in Paulo Costa.
Oh, man, that was bad. And let me tell you something, man. We're on Paulo Costa pretty bad, but that dude's a savage.
He is a savage.
Still is.
We're not on him bad.
No, I'm saying I have been on him pretty bad. You know, some of the excuses. I'm trying to apologize to him as best I can. Yes, I'm trying to apologize as best I can, you know. But he's a beast.
You know, for him, it's a tough pill to swallow when a guy just dismantles you like Izzy did.
And Izzy sure did dismantle him, man. That was his greatest performance to date. And partly because of how good Costa is.
Yes. Błachowicz is a different kind of fighter. He's not a volume guy. He's one nuclear bomb at a time. That's the danger of him. Costa will hit you a few times before he puts you away. He swarms guys and takes them out.
And I think that's where Jan has made a lot of his improvements, right? He's not rushing.
Right.
He takes his time. He understands that he doesn't have to throw a whole bunch in order to get you. He's got to just find a spot, set traps, stay in the fight until it's time to explode into you.
Adesanya said he expected Błachowicz to grapple early. That has not happened as yet. Adesanya, though, was complimentary of Błachowicz in terms of his striking style. Says he sort of created his own awkward style on the feet, and obviously he's parlayed that into a UFC light heavyweight title.
He's biting into all these feints.
He is.
He's having a real problem with that because Izzy's showing him all kinds of stuff. And when that happens, it's messing with his timing, it's messing with his confidence. Make no mistake about it, he could still take any man out with one shot. But it becomes less likely the more he buys into Izzy's game. And right now he's fighting the perfect fight for Stylebender. Stylebender's perfect fight. Fighting on the outside and making it a technical kickboxing match.
I mean, even if I'm Jan Blachowicz, I might just try to get to the clinch and start to weigh on Adesanya. He was smaller at the weigh-ins. You got to think Blachowicz weighs over 220 tonight. Izzy will still weigh what he weighed at the weigh-ins because that's his natural weight.
But what's interesting, though, is the speed advantage. It's really clear. And that's one thing that Izzy thought about gaining weight. He didn't want to lose any speed, and he didn't want to lose any endurance. He didn't want his body to feel different.